Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Today is Saturday, so you're allowed to ask political questions or personal questions. And also, I'm going to start asking all of you if you have specific topics, things you want me to touch on, like during the, not only on Saturdays, but during my regular streams. I'll always answer your questions anyway. But I just want to make sure that, you know, if you have other questions you want to ask me, please post them in the on the comments. If there is something I forgot to mention, because sometimes I don't. Let me see what. There are a couple of things that were in the news, and I did not talk about them because I'm so focusing on other things. Sometimes I almost miss. So feel free to post whatever you want me to talk about. Hi, Elizabeth Martinez. Oh my God, 107 degrees in Central California. Wow. It's in the 90s here, but not 107, at least not that I'm aware of. I went for my walk earlier. It was about 92. So, yeah, the weather is a challenge. Aki Balayon, Sharon Sipes, thank you for your help. Okay. You know, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Mark Elias. He's one of those Democratic attorneys. Oh my God. He said something either last evening, I saw the tweet, or this morning, I'm not sure exactly when. And he said something that, well, I've been saying it, but since he's a lawyer and he is, the way he put it, because he's in the thick of things, fighting for our democracy. And he said Republicans are trying to do two things, or are going to try to win in 2024 by doing two things: suppress the vote and making it more difficult for people to vote, and also gerrymandering. I'm sorry. Okay. We've always, well, let me backtrack. A couple of times, I made predictions based on the energies that I feel. Oh, for example, when Trump became the 2016 election, intuitively I felt the energy was with Hillary Clinton. That's who should have won. Okay. But there were other things that were going on behind the scenes. I don't care what anybody from the Trump administration says, there was no Russian connection. That is not true. And as we know, according to our intelligence agencies, they have meddled in our elections. In any event, there is going to be a component of that in 2024, and I'm praying Democrats are staying on top of it. But when Elias, he's tweeted that stuff a couple of times, but last night it really caught my attention because I've been concerned about that as well. That is why there is something that Republicans are trying. It's something new. Okay, or maybe they've done it before. My lack of knowledge and history is probably failing me right now. So please, if you guys know, let me know. I don't know how many of you have heard. The Supreme Court said Alabama lawmakers were supposed to redraw the map because they gerrymandered it so badly. Okay, and now Republicans basically say, no, they basically kept it almost the same way it was before. They simply violated. They don't care what the Supreme Court says. But the reason why I'm giving that as an example is because if you notice, people like Ron DeSantis, they're doubling down on everything. Okay. I just read a tweet a little while ago. Somebody posted that he's defending his decision to, the way they explain slavery, the history of slavery is explained, his way, his approach is the best. That was the best way to convey, whitewashing it basically to people, lies, and that's what they do, and that's what Putin does every day, So these people, there is an undercurrent. Something is changing in the Republican Party. Okay, they're going to test certain limits and see what they can get away with. In fact, like what Alabama is doing, it's not by chance. It's not because, they're angry. No, they're not. That's not it at all. They're going to see what they can get away with and prevent, well, it's like a soft coup. They're going to try to forcefully doing these things, cheating, stealing, disobey court orders in order for them to be, to be elected to office or stay in office. That's the new Republican. It's not new, because I don't know how many of you remember that video I've been mentioning every once in a while, where are Republicans taking this country? Okay, and like I have said also before, Trump behaving the way he's behaving, it is because they are enabling him. Okay, Trump is aware of those activities that are taking place behind the scene that we are not aware of, we are not privy to. But people like Abbott, Norm, those Republican governors, another thing is very dangerous. DeSantis military, whatever he calls it, I'm sure all of you heard that he started, something, those who enrolled in it, who decided to take part, they thought they were going to join an organization to help people, for example, when there's hurricane and stuff like that, and to find out when they went to regular military training. Okay, those things are not. Thank you very much, Little Joyce, for generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Little Joyce as number one friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. There is a plan, and I'm going to explain it the best way I can. It may not be 100%. Okay. This organization, military organization that DeSantis started, intuitively I feel, and I don't think I'm misinterpreting this, okay, he was going to run it just like the brown shirts that we know of, the Makouts, okay, it's his own private military. And he was going to, basically send them out to arrest people. Unfortunately for DeSantis, it's not working. The people who volunteered, if not most of them, a lot of them, once they realized and started questioning, why do they need a military? They didn't sign up for a second military career. They wanted to help people, and they are quitting. Intuitively, I feel like saying DeSantis is effectively putting in place what the 1% of the 1%, the plans that the 1% of the 1% have been dictating to people like Leonard Leo from our courts to each state. The red states are going to follow, to have their own militias, okay, and if the federal government start anything, they can, and also arrest people like DeSantis was doing, pursuing black Americans, okay, for voting. Well, they've been in prison. They were, according to what they were told, it was fine for them to vote. And DeSantis used that as a tool to scare people. that's what those types of situations. That's what he was going to use that military organization that he decided to create. But a lot of the people are quitting, and it feels like to me Florida is basically crumbling under his leadership. That's what it's looking to me right now. So, and different states are going to do different parts of whatever plan that the 1% of the 1% put together. That's why we're seeing like Abbott right now is about to be sued because I'm sure all of you have heard he has floating barbed wires on the border of Texas, or there's a river there. I don't remember the name of the river. Okay, and barbed wire is hurting a lot of immigrants trying to get to this country. These things are not happening in a vacuum. He's doing this. This is the first step of something else that they have in mind. But thank God DOJ is going to sue him, or Texas. Unfortunately, the people of Texas are going to have to spend money they could spend on doing something else, defending the state for Abbott's shortcomings, wanting to fulfill his part of the 1% of the 1% plans that they have for us. But Elias is correct. The 1% of the 1%, there is a plan. Like I've told you, there is nothing these people do is by chance. I feel Elias is correct. There is a plan to suppress the vote, make it difficult for people to go to the polls. In fact, in Florida, from what I understand, I heard it in the news this morning, 1 million ballots. I don't remember if it's like mail-in ballots or something like that. They basically cancel and void about 1 million. Okay, that's what Republicans are doing, and I think Democrats are up. They understand what they are trying to do. Let's hope they fight them effectively. I know Elias is a good lawyer. He's an amazing. Oh my God, he's a very smart guy. So but he even said himself, we cannot win 2024 simply by going to court. It's going to take more than that. And I agree with them. Sorry about that. I had to give you my little Trump spiel. Okay. Let me see. It seems like you have some questions. Let's see. I heard if they don't withdraw the map, others will do it. Yes, and it may. Okay, yes, Alabama. And it may give the Democrats more seats. Yes, but they basically said they weren't going to do it. You're right. I heard about that too. But the reason why I brought that up was it was a good example for me to give of what we are going to see Republicans do going forward. Yeah. Okay. And that's not the only thing. It feels like to me there are other little things that they are doing. So we'll see. Bobby said, will my son come around? He's believing this stuff about transgender people taking kids. He won't talk to me. I feel like saying yes, but Bobby's asked that. I feel he'll come around. I feel he has other things. That's not the only reason why. It feels like to me he has other issues as well, Bobby, because that's no reason not to talk to your mom. He's got a couple of things going as well. But yes, he'll come around. Okay, I feel like saying within the next year, because he's gonna, part of the behavior of your son is because of the atmosphere in the country. Okay. And I was listening on TV, they were saying something similar. The energy is going to change. People have realized that Trump keeps saying, well, they're coming after me because I'm standing up for you, blah, blah, blah. And DeSantis is running around doing this woke stuff. And, I mean, the LGBT, going after LGBTQ people and stuff, or transgender, what? All those things are going to change because people are either begin to realize or have realized it's all baloney. And that's another thing that Republicans are not thinking about. Communication has changed. They can tell but so many lies. Like Comer right now, even when he says, well, we just found out, Biden has 10 bank accounts or LLCs, he's getting money and stuff. Even his base, they don't believe him anymore. Well, I've read some of the tweets. They say, well, we're tired of, the accusations. Do something. That's what they are telling him. So once the people start coming out and talking and saying out loud that this is wrong, leave these people alone, and that's going to happen or begin to happen once Trump is off the streets. It's going to take a little while. But the energy is going to change, and your son is going to realize he should be happy. He doesn't have the challenges that someone who's born with transgender. Okay? Yeah. A lot of people are going to change their mind, and that's going to allow people to think more freely as opposed to the pressure put on them. Fox News and other friends who believe in those same crazy ideas. But yeah, your son will change. Okay? Lisa Rivas is asking, would my daughter many money-making venture be successful? I feel like saying yes, but it's not going to be right away. Because... Okay, Lisa Rivas, can you please call me? Because where are you? I got to get my YouTube number. I always forget to copy it. And let me go back to the bottom. Okay. Okay, I just posted the number, Lisa Rivas. All right. Craig Dixon says, I bet a white sheet and hood came with their uniform in Florida. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for your support, Lil Joy. Lil Joy says, hello everyone. I love Milou's prediction and most of all, his sincerity and generosity. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Julian Wilson. Julian Wilson says, Milou, I have been diagnosed with anxiety disorder and making it difficult to get to my work office. Oh yeah, I can understand that. I want to tell my job before I have to go, and will they help me and give me time? Thank you. I feel like saying yes. Okay. Over time, it's going to be a different story, but yeah, if you know what, I probably would be in your shoes too. Well, I've been in your shoes, but I'm kind of a little. There was a time when I was in the corporate world, it was so difficult. Okay. Going to work was a chore because every day you go in, nothing positive was being accomplished, and I was not about to let people just drive me out of a job. I didn't think about it at the time, like you are saying, with anxiety. But yes, I think at one time every morning, yeah, I'd suffer from anxiety, but I just went. I eat. So what the point I'm not the point I'm trying to make to you is I can understand why these situations create anxiety in us. Okay, so hang in there, talk to them. I feel they will try. They will help you. Let me know. Okay. So Sonja Pinola is asking me, do you see me with all my daughters getting back together instead of being at odds? Yes, but it's not just going to happen by itself. It will probably take like therapy as a family, because usually there are underlying conditions that's causing those misunderstandings. So everyone should, well, let's put it this way. It would be better if all of you decided you love one another and try to find help and find common ground and stay bonded, and instead of see what you have in common and the love that you have for one another, as opposed to being at odd. You don't let those little things get in the way. Usually they are trivial things. I'm sorry, they can be major as well, but that's what I feel, Sonja. Okay, that would be the best thing. Otherwise, there will always be because there will always be little things that happen, and this one gets upset. They have to learn not to let those little things get to them. Does that make sense, Sonja Pinola? Please let me know. But that's what I would do. I would suggest all of you, go for a counseling session, or you can even do it online. That's good too. Thank God today for technology. Oh my God, Denise Sanders says, I had too many strokes. If I would recover, still weakest link. Yes, you would recover. It will take time. I have a friend of mine. He had his wasn't a mini stroke. This was a real stroke some years ago, at least 20 years now. He's fine. So the thing is getting it, seeing it on time. And today they have a lot of medications as well. But I feel like you're going to continue to progress. Okay, Denise Sanders, so hang in there. Work with the doctors, and you're going to be okay. Okay? M. Ferlita says, hi, Milou, do you see any positive economic changes coming my way? I guess. I feel like saying yes. It's going to take some discipline. And it's going to take time, though. Okay. But when I read your question, I didn't lose hope. Let's put it that way. So you can absolutely stay positive, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. You will get there. Okay. Okay. MJ says, Milou, 2 women co-workers at the job today. I don't like their energy, especially the young one that works behind the front desk. What's going on with them? They are mothers and daughters. lack of confidence, and I would ignore them. When I say ignore them, I mean you have to work with them. So, but don't let them get to you. They lack confidence in themselves. It's like they're ganging up. Well, since they are mother and daughter, they have each other's back, so they can easily intimidate other people. Don't go for the intimidation. Don't even let them think, whatever they do is affecting you. Stay positive, say hi, and do your job. Don't worry about them. They will move on. And you see, when you are at work, I'm sure you know, it's hard to do. You have to work and fend off those types of people. But unfortunately, no matter where we go, these people do exist. So the best thing to do is don't give them any inkling that they are getting to you. Once they realize they are wasting their time, they will change. It may take a little while, okay? But just know you have the right to be there as they have the right to be there. Like I was saying earlier, I was working, there's a company I used to work for. Oh my God, going to work. My entire time at the job, I was there almost 20 years, okay? Was rough. But the last 7 years, oh my God, it was tough, you guys. So, but I was determined. The only thing is, I did not let them, but there were other reasons. It's a little different than what's happening in your job, MJ. Okay. My situation had to do with racism, hatred, and all kinds of stuff. Because let me tell you something, guys. Not always, I used to drive a Honda and a Toyota Corolla, okay? And when I decided to change, it was time for me to get a new car. And I stopped by a BMW dealership, and I liked the way the car handled. So ever since, I've been buying BMWs. It was my third BMW. That's how, people are crazy. I don't know who did it. The car was only a week old. I think it was about maybe a week old, yeah. On the passenger front fender, somebody put I don't know what they used to do it, okay. There was a V-shaped dent on top, right almost at the center of the passenger front tire. It was like a V, like when you take a 2x4 and you hit something with it. Okay, yeah, that was not done because somebody by mistake they opened the doors into the car. It was at least three quarters of an inch deep. So it's not something somebody made a mistake, they opened a door on it. Somebody had to do it on purpose, just jam it with a sharp right angle object, because the paint didn't even crack. It just dented it inward. So that's how bad it got for me. You know what I mean? So my situation was a little different, but you cannot in your case, I don't feel, they're not going to do that stuff to you. I'm giving you an example way out there really how difficult it can get in some jobs. Don't let them get to you. Just keep moving. These people, first of all, they did not understand. They did not know I was doing readings on the side. That's how I was able to buy BMWs, new. A lot of them, well, yeah, it was jealousy. How come this guy he's able to buy BMWs. But I was doing two jobs. They didn't know. But the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is, I understand it can get pretty tough in the job, but don't let them get to you. Focus on your job. Me, I was suffering from anxiety, just like Julson just asked. Sometimes I went to work. It was very hard to function, but I did the best I could. Yeah, and that's what we have to do. But don't let them get to you, MK. I believe it's MJ. I'm sorry. Just ignore them. Keep focusing on your job. Don't let them get to you. That's the best thing. Don't engage with them. Just hi, and they will go and pick on someone else. Okay? Ignore their energy, whatever it is, and they will move on, do something else. MT says, "Hi Milou, my friend's funeral was on today and I could not attend. I never got to see her and tell her about my broken leg before she transitioned." She know, of course. A lot of us, once we transition, we know everything, my friend, because we no longer, it's like, we're in spirit form. We're in spirit. No, not only in spirit form, but we are in spirit. Okay, we know everything. So your friend knows, that how you feel, why you are here, why she was here, and everything. So I wouldn't even worry about that, and I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if I feel she will visit you. Okay, so don't even worry about that. Okay? All right. Yogi Bear says, "Milou, I withdraw." I scroll. This thing just scrolled up on me. It does that every once in a while. Okay. Mossy says, "The Long Island killer, I am wondering if he's actually the hitman for Giuliani and Trump Epstein." Oh my God. Thank you very much, Julian Wilson, for your generosity and the super chat. I appreciate it. Julian says, "Thank you so much." You're very welcome. Hang in there, man. It's not easy. We've all been in your shoes, believe it or not, at one point or another. It's not all, being in the corporate world is very hard. Okay, I forget who asked me the question about the hearing aid. I feel like saying, work with your doctors. Okay, I'm looking for your question. Because the screen just scrolled up on me. MK says the older BMWs were heavy metal. Oh yeah, they were a lot heavier than the new ones, for sure. EMC says, question, Milou, is my team lead sabotaging me and trying to get me to leave? I don't feel your team lead has to sabotage you, but because if she, I don't know why for some reason I'm getting a she energy. Because if she was sabotaging you, she's sabotaging herself. Okay? There are other ways, other things that she can do, okay, to make you, like, don't let her discourage you. Okay? That's the best thing. Yeah, they can make you feel that way, but it's just, there's a problem. If you can get away from her, EMC, can you please call me? I'm posting the number. Oh my God, I forget. I'm still looking for. Yogi Bear is the one who asked me the question. Yogi Bear, I feel like saying, work with your doctor. That's the best thing. Sean Dupree says, hi Milou, got my new job working with kids. When will I be able to do more traveling in Europe and visit the States? At least 6 months. Congratulations on the new job. I feel like saying at least 6 months or to a year. But, if you talk to them, depending on how things go, you may get it a little earlier, but I doubt it. Well, I don't want to put your hopes high. That would be earlier, okay? Hi, this is Milou.
Hi, this is MC.
Hi, what was your question again?
I was asking if my team lead was trying to sabotage me and trying to get me to leave.
Oh, is that a lady? Where am I feeling it, a female energy? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
My team lead is a lady.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, when you say sabotage, I don't feel sabotaging you as far as doing the job and stuff like that, because that would be sabotaging yourself. It feels like to me there are other things she can do to make you feel discouraged until you leave. Yes, obviously, if you're feeling that way, that's what she's doing something, but you're interpreting it as being sabotaged. You see what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
She's trying to discourage you, so you're gonna have to find a new position. How long have you been there?
8 months.
Oh, then if you leave, it's no big deal. You know what I mean? You don't have like a pension and stuff like that. I would start looking for something new if in the company or outside. Don't let her get to you. Keep doing your job, okay? You know what? For some reason, I don't feel you're the only one she's done that to.
No, it isn't.
Okay, so
It isn't.
keep doing your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep doing your job.
Okay.
If you can, because it feels like to me, higher up in the company, they are aware of her behavior. Okay.
Okay.
They need people to work.
They do.
So she is not. I don't feel. I mean, they're not going to do. They're not going to take action anytime soon, but they know there is a problem. Okay. So
Yep.
keep doing your job. Don't worry about her. And if you keep looking, if you find something else when you leave, tell them honestly why you're leaving. Otherwise, in the meantime, just let it go right over your head. You've been only there 8 months. It's a job for now until you find something better. That's what I would do. That's what I feel like saying to you intuitively that I would do. Okay?
All right. Perfect.
All right. Good luck.
I appreciate it. Thank
Anytime.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. I am looking for... Let's see, did they... Okay, I thought that was a question. Marian Perna says, Emily, do you see my fiance's finances improving through the lottery? I've been dreaming numbers, but they're not manifesting, or should I forget about them? Let me tell you something. I mean, you can... I'm not going to lie to you. When you said the lottery, I'm not saying no, you're not going to win some money, but I'm not seeing it. Okay? The best thing to do is not to spend a lot of money on that stuff. And let me tell you something. Okay? As I'm saying this to you, you don't have to wreck your brain trying to figure out the numbers. Whatever you get, put it anywhere you feel is right for you or it makes sense to you, instead of trying to figure out anything else. Okay? Just put them together and go and buy. But don't buy for a lot of money, because when you're going to win, if you are supposed to win, trust me, you may even go with a set of numbers, and then when you get in front of the cashier or the machine, and they say, never mind those numbers, give me $2, quick pick. Or, yeah. something like that. So because a lot of people think, oh, I had a dream, they gave me numbers. Yeah, that can happen. But I feel like saying, do what you feel is right. You will be guided to do the right thing. That's it. Okay? Instead of trying to wreck your brain and do all this stuff. Okay? So go for it. Maribel A is asking, Milou, my son wants me to come and live near him in Georgia, but I take care of my mom. She doesn't want to move. So will it happen? I'm sure eventually it will happen, yeah. Okay. But I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know when, but yes. I don't feel they're going to stop asking you to come and join them in Georgia. Okay? Okay. Let's see. That's a good question, Jess Matthews. I saw a meme today asking, why don't we see the headline, Psychic wins the lottery? Because we don't get the numbers. Nana Binana says, Milou, do you have openings for readings tonight? I mean, after this, yes, I can do one, yes. Okay? Let's see. Oh my God, time went by so fast. That, in fact, thank you, Nana Binana, for mentioning this. My website, there is a problem. I'm trying to fix it. So if you try to book a reading from me from my website and you can't do it, everyone, please call me. I meant to mention it and I forgot. Thank you for posting that, Nana Binana. Louisa says, Milou, my daughter companion, Francois, who is hardworking and loyal, was fired because his salary was too high. Oh my God, he's very upset. But tell him not to be upset. Will he be happy in his next job? It will take a little bit of time for him to adjust, but I feel like saying, yeah. Okay, over time. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com. Or you can send me an email, write me, call me on my YouTube number. My information is scrolling at the top of the screen. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell and give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. That would help me a lot. Thank you, everyone. Tomorrow is Sunday. I will see you all Monday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.